Hey yo everyone, Christopher Beast. So it's been 4 days since I opened fundraising for the Signalis multiplayer mod. In those 4 days, you all have raised €380. When I originally put out the fundraiser, I joked to my friend and I said, I don't think I'm going to make any money off of it, but I figure I'll put it out as an excuse to work on SigEMP. I mean, if you look at the original fundraiser goals, they were pretty low, and the views rates were decently low too, because it's like, I can hit those, I can make SigEMP happen. In small steps. In small steps was the original goal. The thing is, with €380, you guys have paid for a third of my rent, which is insane. And as of such, it means I can take entire days to work on SigEMP now. So everything has been reformatted to reflect that. So the first thing I'd like to say is, first, what have I already delivered? It's been 4 days. What have I delivered? Well, one of the days I was in Wexford, so that day doesn't count. One of the days the video was produced, so that also doesn't count. 2 days. So 2 days of working. What have I done? The game, all the bugs in the Penrose were previously known, that were egregious, that were loud, that were making the Penrose feel unsmooth, have been fixed. Re-edge, the scene load, one of the most notorious bugs this mod has ever faced, is fixed. Testing has begun for re-edge to make sure all the bulls in re-edge actually work, all the cutscenes and all that stuff works. But that means that the code behind all that testing is done. So it means we're within a day of re-edge being fully playable. There was code written for new smooth loading, basically meaning proper error handling when you boot into SigEMP, because that's one of the proper errors that happens, that a lot of people are like, I can't connect with my friend, and I'm like, why? There's now code to try and handle that. That is 2 days, and I've gotten you the first 2 milestones. You guys delivered an insane amount of money to me. I am giving you that energy right back. I'm proving that SigEMP is going to be a project that we are going to see the light of day if this progress keeps up. So, what's next? Re-edge is working. It's cool. It's awesome. What's the next thing I'm working on? I'm working on enemy handling, death handling, and LOVDET bulls. Bulls are the easy part of that. They were originally going to be I was originally going to segment before build 11. I was going to have another milestone for the bulls so that way we could get closer to build 11, but it seems like that's not necessary at the moment. So those things are all going to be part of build 11 or milestones 3 and 4. I'm working on the programming for all of them. I have some really good ideas with enemy, death, and the bulls. The bulls aren't going to be that hard, but the enemy handling and the death handling is going to take a while. I have some really good ideas on them, and because of how much money has been received, I'm going to try and get it done by next week. That will be my goal. No real promises, just that's very complicated code. But milestone 3, build 11, that's the next step. What else is fully funded? Because you guys blew my funding goal out of the water. What else am I 100% committed to delivering you all? Well, build 12. Build 12 is now fully funded, and we haven't even gotten to build 11. That will include fully playable LOV, fully playable DET. So everything in those 2 zones, fully playable. That means 1/3 of the game, approximately 42 minutes of gameplay if you're really good at the game. Like my playthrough is 42 minutes. But normal players, I think it looks a little longer because the puzzles take time. But regardless, 1/3 of the game, fully playable, bugs fixed, enemies fixed, bulls fixed, cutscenes fixed. That's the next milestone. We're looking probably 2 to 3 weeks at the rate funding is going. If funding continues at this rate, 2 to 3 weeks, end of the month, you'll see that. Maybe sooner. I'd like it to be sooner. After that, build 13. Build 13 takes that idea of 1/3 of the game and jumps us to half the game. That would be everything all the way up to, spoiler warning, Ulster dying. Her first death in the fields of the red nothingness, nowhere. That would be the next goal. That's milestone 6. I'm currently placing that at €500. That's a very high number. I don't actually expect that much. What instead that is that's me saying, if you'd like me to finish SigEMP by the end of the month, that's that number. I'm being genuine. If SigEMP jumps past €500, I will try to structure everything around me finishing the entire mod by the end of the month, because I would be receiving enough money to take entire days off of work, which is crazy for me to think about. That's not likely. I don't expect that. I don't count on that. I'm not thinking that. What's more likely is that goal is pretty high because I kind of want to be fair to you all and not be like, okay, well, here's 107 things I promise, and I'm not there yet. So it's kind of like a complicated situation because I can work full on this project for a couple days, and that can get us to build 12, that can get us past build 12. But getting to build 13 would require me to literally take off several days of work, and that is currently a lot for me to handle. So that goal, that number most likely will change if you all don't meet it. Don't worry if you're like, oh my God, Chris is charging us so much money for a simple build. No, it's just me being like, okay, this is realistically, if you want to continue at this rate, that's what that number is going to need to be. But I can bring that number down a lot when we get to it, so don't worry. CMP is still happening. I'm not making it charge too much. I really want to say here while I'm at the numbers, the talk of the numbers. I am always very uncomfortable asking for money. I am a very poor individual. I barely have enough money for rent this month. Well, before CMP. So for me, I'm never comfortable going, hey guys, I need money. That's not something I like doing. It was really difficult for me to make this fundraiser. And really the only reason I'm okay with making this is because it's like, I'll take time off of work. I will stop what I'm doing to work on CDMP because of how much you all are sending. So I want to say to everyone who sent money, thank you, prolifically. I'm going to make a big fucking chart when CDMP drops, and it's going to be like credits to who made the mod fucking possible. And everyone who sent money's name will be on it because I really appreciate the work you all are doing. Same with all the testers. Anyone who tests, their name will be on it. It'll take me fucking hours to compile, but I'll do it for y'all. I'll do it. But I really want to say thank you so much. This means the world to me. It means the world that I can actually work on this mod. It means the world that there's people that's interested in my work. It means the world that you all trust me this much to work on this. I mean, I am a complete idiot at times. So I promise I won't deceive that trust. I promise I'm going to deliver on this work. For every euro spent, I understand that's an hour. Well, no, I hope you're not working for €1 an hour. But for every euro spent, I recognize that's €1 not spent towards something you else want. And I respect that a lot. I respect people's money. So I will be working tirelessly to deliver on CDMP. If you continue having faith with me, I appreciate that. And yeah. And I also want to reiterate that ways to support, yes, obviously, the Ko-Fi in my description. That is the best way to send me money. That is how this project has been funded so far. But also, if you're not too comfortable with sending me money, awesome. Perfectly fair. I personally can't afford to send YouTubers money. I would love to, but I can't afford it. So if you can't do that, if you're like me, you're poor. And the alternative is watching the video, sending it to your friends, getting people hyped about CDMP. This is a project that is a big deal, apparently, to some of you. So if you have more friends who like it, then those friends are going to be able to watch the video and build hype around this project. And that helps me not from like a monetary view, but it helps me kind of like when I open my phone and I go, wow, 14 people just wrote fucking comments professing their love to me because I'm dropping a fucking multiplayer mod. That helps with the morale. That helps me sit down and go, all right, yeah, I want to work on this. And that's, sometimes that's what you need in life. I'm not too great with words. I'm even worse with thanks and apologies and all that. But just know I really appreciate this. And if you have any questions about anything regarding this process, I mean, you guys are the ones funding it. So if you have questions, ask. And I will answer with complete honesty. And I'm going to do my best to deliver this project as fast as possible. But it has only been 2 days of working on it. So only so much I can do in 2 days. But I hope to see you all next week, next Saturday or next Sunday of the next update with more information. Hopefully we've pushed past milestone 2 and we're pushing towards one of the later milestones by then. I appreciate you all, and until next time, this has been Christopher Reist.